Good morning dear students, welcome back in our biology session. So as we have discussed in our previous video about the infectious disease, also we have discussed about how that infectious diseases are getting spread. We have seen that the infectious diseases are spread through the water and through the air. So today we will move for the next point, that is what spread of disease through food. Let's see. So if you see this image properly, then what you can see, this is the one hotel, we can say that, and in that hotel there are the certain food items are there, but that place is not that much clean. Okay, that is the reason there is everywhere mess, there are the some mice are there, then you can see the flies. Okay, so all the things are there and all the things are sitting on that food material, and that same food material, same food stuff is eaten by the different people. So from this what we can say, this food is actually not good for eating. So in this way, if we will eat like this food, then obviously it will not get properly digested in our body, and our body will get suffer from the different diseases. Okay, so in this way what we can say, if we eat like this contaminated food, okay, contaminated food means what, the food which is not good to eat, or the food material which contains some undesirable substances in that, and if we eat that food, then our body will get, or our body will causes different types of the disease. That type of the food is called as what, contaminated food. Okay, so if we'll eat that contaminated food, our body will get suffer from the different disease, and diseases spread through the food also. So if the disease gets spread with the help of the different food item, then this is called what, food poisoning. Then it is called as what, food poisoning. Why? Because that food material contains some undesirable substances in it which is not good for our body. That's why our body gets suffer from the diseases like gastro or diarrhea. Diarrhea means what, watery stool. We are throwing out the watery stool from our body, and most of the water is also going out from our body because of that diarrhea and the gastro, or we can say because of the vomiting, diarrhea, all these things are there. These are the certain symptoms for the food poisoning. If we eat the contaminated food, then our body will get this suffer from some diseases, and for that only we are calling as what, food poisoning. So we can say the disease which causes due to the contamination of the food, then that diseases are called as what, food poisoning. Okay, now the next one we will discuss, that is a feast on an open ground. Okay, a feast on an open ground means what we can say, the peoples are eating on the open place. There are, this place is not also with that much clean. There is dog, there are some animals, goats are there. Okay, so in this way actually this place is not good for eating the food. So many germs, so many flies are there, they are sitting on the eating or the food material, and that same food material we are having. So see, if we see like this, then what we can say, you have seen flies sitting on dirt. Okay, so as we know that whenever there is a garbage or there are on the dirty places, what we can see, there are the flies. So that flies are sitting on the dirty places. Okay, that flies are sitting on the dirty places, and on the legs of that flies, whatever the germs are present in that garbage or on that dirty places get stuck to the legs of the flies. Okay, and when that same flies will sit on the food material, okay, if that same flies will sit on the food material, then what happen, that flies release whatever the germs are get stick to its legs, that germs release into the food atom, and if we'll eat that food atom, then our body will get suffer from the different disease. Okay, so you have seen flies sitting on dirt. When they sit on the feces of person who has an intestinal disease, the germs of the disease stuck to their legs. Okay, so as we know that if the person is having intestinal disease, and if they release their feces in the open space, then what will happen, that flies will sit over it, and whatever the germs are present in that feces of an infected person, then what will happen, that germs will get stick to the legs of the flies. When the same flies sit on our food, the germs enter the food, and if that same flies will sit on the food, then that germs also will enter the food. And if that contaminated food we will eat, then what will happen, that germs enter in our body and we get the diseases. Okay, that is why it is important to always keep our food covered, and that is the reason always we have to keep our food covered, so we can avoid the entry of the flies in the food and we can protect our food. Now the next one we will discuss that. Also there are some precautions that we have to take while handling the food. So before you handle the food, you should wash your hand properly. If you are serving the food, then also you have to wash your hand properly. Okay, if someone who has an intestinal disease or someone who has an intestinal disease handle or serve the food without washing his hands properly, then what will happen? The germs sticking to his hand can enter the food, and the food contaminated in this way can also cause the disease. Okay, so what I say, before you are handling the food or before you are serving the food, you should wash the hands properly. But if someone is having any intestinal disease and if that person does not wash its hands properly, and if they handles or if they serves the food without washing his hands properly, then what will happen, all the germs which are present to his hand can enters in the food and that food will get contaminated. Okay, so in this way what can happen, that food get contaminated, and if we'll eat that contaminated food, then what will happen, it will cause diseases. Okay, so one must avoid eating it. Maintaining cleanliness everywhere is a beneficial for our health. Okay, so if you want to reduce the breeding of the flies, then we should keep the cleanliness everywhere. Whenever we are handling the food, that time we have to wash our hands properly. If we are serving the food, then also we have to wash our hands properly, and we should avoid the eating of the exposed food. Exposed food means what? Open food. You should not eat the food which is kept on a open place. That is the reason we should avoid the eating of the roadside food, because on the roadside so many vehicles are going on, animals, different people are going on. Okay, so we can see that so many germs can get settled over that food, and if we eat that food, then obviously we'll get the different types of the disease. So this is about what? Spread of diseases through food. Okay, now the next one is that what we have to do to prevent the spreading of the disease through the food. See, first one, keeping the food covered, ensure that flies cannot sit on it. First thing we have to do is what? We should cover our food all the time. Also, what is the if we'll cover the food, then what will happen? First thing is that flies will not sit on it. Also, dust and the rubbish things also will not enters in the food. Dust and other rubbish in the surrounding also cannot enter it. So if we will cover the food, then all these things will not enter in the food atom. Next one is that this prevents the microorganisms from entering the food, and spread of disease is also prevented. So if we will cover the food, then the microorganisms will also not get enter in it, and we can stop the spreading of the disease, or we can prevent the spreading of the disease. Okay, so this is the all about disease or spread of disease through food. Now next one we will discuss about the spread of disease by insects, how the insects are responsible for the spreading of the disease. So as we know, there are the certain insects which are vectors for, it is also called as a vectors for the infectious disease. Now vectors means what? See, that insect does not causes any disease, that particular insect does not causes any disease, but they just helps to transfer the germ from infected person to the healthy person. So it is, they are called as what? Vectors. Okay, so if we will talk about the mosquitoes, mosquito itself does not cause any disease, okay, but that mosquito helps to transport the germs of malaria from affected person to the healthy person. So that's why they are also called as what? Vectors. Okay, so let's see the spread of disease by insects, or we can say vectors. You may be aware that one can get malaria from the bite of a certain kind of mosquito. So as we know that if the female Anopheles mosquito bite us, then the person is getting suffer from the malaria. Okay, but how it exactly happens? Because see, when this type of mosquito bites someone who has malaria, the malaria germs in that person's blood enters the mosquito's body with blood it sucks. So what I said, that mosquito does not cause the disease, but it helps to transport the germs. Okay, so if that mosquito bites the person who has malaria, then that malaria germs which are present in that person's blood enters into the mosquito's body with the blood it sucks. Okay, so what, in the simple words, what we can say, if that mosquitoes but takes the bite to the person who has the malaria. Okay, so obviously if he is having the malaria, then malaria germs are present in his blood, and that blood is sucked by the mosquito. So along with that blood, that germs also comes into the mosquito's body. Okay, and if this mosquito, if that same mosquito bites to the another person, then what will happen, that malaria germs enters that person's body too, and he too can get the malaria, and that person also can get the malaria. If that same mosquito bites to the healthy person, and that time what happen, it release the germs into that person's body, and that person's body can also get the malaria. Okay, so in this way what we can say, insects like mosquitoes and fleas spread diseases. That is why we must stop such insects from breeding, and that is the reason we should stop the breeding places of the mosquitoes. Breeding places means what, where the mosquitoes are giving the eggs, and from that eggs the small mosquitoes comes out. We should stop doing that. So for that, what we have to do, that we are going to see in the next point, how to stop the breeding of the mosquitoes. This is what, the spread of the disease by insects. So this is about the malaria. Malaria is caused due to the female mosquito, and the name of that mosquito is what, Anopheles. Okay, also dengue is also causes due to the mosquito, Aedes mosquito is there, which causes what, dengue. Also I can say that elephantiasis. Okay, elephantiasis is there, which is also causes, you can see in the image how this is the elephantiasis. Elephantiasis is also causes the disease through the mosquito. That the name of that mosquito is what, Culex mosquito. Culex mosquito causes the elephantiasis disease. Okay, so next one we will discuss about now, spread of disease by direct contact. Okay, so specifically the disease which are related to the skin, these are the disease are getting spread by the direct contact. What I said, again I will repeat, the disease which are related to the skin are, these are the diseases are getting spread through the direct contact. So the diseases like ringworm, scabies. What is my scabies? It is also the skin disease. See in the image, it getting red color rash on the body, and it is itching to the body also. Ringworm, scabies are diseases that affects the skin. The germ are found on the skin. If someone else come in contact with the skin of a person having this disease, or wear his clothes, then that person can get that skin disease too. That is why it is better to avoid the sharing of the clothes. So if someone is having any type of the skin disease, then that disease related germs are present on their body, found on their skin, and if someone comes in the contact of that infected person's skin, then that obviously other person will have the same disease. So one should avoid the sharing of the clothes. With the help of the clothes, the germs also comes, and that healthy person can get the same disease. Okay, so someone else come in the contact with the skin of a person having this disease, or wear his clothes, then what will happen, that person can get that skin disease too, and that is why it is better to avoid the sharing of the clothes. Okay, so up till now we have discussed about the spread of the disease by air, water, food, by insects, and by direct contact. But now we will move for the next one point, that is an epidemic of a disease. So now see, now we are discussing about epidemic and pandemic. So we are most of the time nowadays we are listening this word pandemic situation. Now what is the difference between the epidemic and a pandemic. So epidemic means what? This is the if one disease is caused for the many person in the same area. Okay, so one area get the same infectious disease all at the same time, then we are calling them as a epidemic of the disease. Okay, so now let's take the example of our Khed. So now we are living in the Khed. So if in the Khed so many people are suffering from the jaundice at the same time, then we are telling is what? In the Khed there is a epidemic of jaundice. Okay, there is a epidemic of jaundice. Okay, so what is meant by epidemic? So many people in only one area getting same infectious disease, then it is called as what? Epidemic. Okay, clear? Now what is mean by pandemic? Pandemic means what? If that epidemic is spread throughout the world. Okay, if that epidemic is spread throughout the world, then it is called as what? Pandemic. Okay, pandemic. Okay, A is there. Then that situation is called as what? Pandemic situation. Okay, so see, now we are suffering from one disease, that is what? COVID-19 disease. So through whole world is suffering from this disease. See, this is epidemic, but this is not related to only one area. It is not only in the Khed, it is in the Mumbai, it is in Delhi, it is in Maharashtra, it is in India, in other countries also. So there is epidemic is all over the world, and it is called as what? Pandemic. And if it is related to only one certain area, okay, if that infectious disease takes place only in the one certain area for at the same time so many people are getting suffer from that, then it is called as what? Pandemic. Okay, so this is about epidemic and pandemic situation. So air, water, food and insects are the medium through which the disease spreads. So we have to take care to ensure that the germs do not enter our food. So see, these are the mediums: air, water, food and insect, through which the diseases are getting spread. So we have to take care that we will not allow the germs to enter into our food or into our water and in our air. And to prevent the breeding of the insect, what we have to do? Breeding of insect that spread the disease, what we have to do? It is possible to prevent a disease from becoming an epidemic. For this, it is important for all of us to make cleanliness habit. Okay, so see, if you want to stop the breeding of the disease causing insect, disease spreading insect, then what is we have to do? We have to stop their breeding places, because see, what we can say, if the germs will enter into the food, water and air, also if there are the insects which are responsible for the spreading of the disease, because of them what will happen? There becomes an epidemic situation. Okay, it is possible to prevent a disease from becoming epidemic. So it is in our hand. We can stop the epidemic of diseases. We can stop or we can control the spreading of the disease. For that, what we have to do? We have to follow some cleanliness habit. Okay, now the next point we are going to discuss, that is what? Prevention of infectious disease. Up till now we have discussed about what? Which are the ways by that the diseases are getting spread. But see, if there is a problem, then we have to find some solutions. Okay, then now we will discuss that how we can stop the infectious disease, or which things we have to do to stop the spreading of the infectious disease. That is only what we will discuss: prevention of infectious diseases. Okay, let's see. To prevent diseases from spreading through water, it is purified at the water work. In a smaller towns and village, bleaching powder is added to community sources of water to kill the germs and make the water safe for drinking. Okay, so if you want to spreading of the diseases through the water, it is very important that we have to purify the water. For that, we can add in the smaller towns and in the village. For that purpose, they are adding the bleaching powder in the sources of the water to kill the germs and make the water pure for drinking. Next one, when there is an epidemic of gastro or jaundice, people are advised to boil the water before drinking. So see, now there is a rainy season. Now most of the time the water is getting polluted because so many soil get mixed in the water, and that water get release, or that water get mixed into the water stream. So it is better that we will boil the water and we'll drink the water, because it helps to prevent the causes of waterborne diseases. Okay, next one, very important, to prevent the mosquitoes from breeding, what we have to do, we must ensure that is no stagnant water in the surroundings. Stagnant water means what? Stable water, which is not having any flow, which is still, or which is stopped. We can see the water is collected in the so many pots surrounding us, in the different types of the plastic bowls are there. Okay, if some ponds are there, then in that the water gets collected. So because of that, what happened, the mosquitoes started to get breeding in that stagnant water, and it helps, that is the favorable condition for the breeding of the water. So what we have to do, we should stop, or we should not allow the water to get collects in our surrounding. Okay, we have to see, like these pots, so many things are present around us, and in that what happened, the water get collected and the mosquitoes started to get breed. So we have to stop, or we have to destroy all these places which are in our surrounding. Okay, but if that is not possible, then what we have to do, if we cannot throw all the things, then what we have to do, then we should spray the insecticide, okay, on over it. So thus disease like malaria can be get prevented. So in this way, if we stop the breeding of the mosquito, then we can stop the diseases like malaria and dengue. Okay, so now it is a rainy season. This season is most favorable for the breeding of the mosquitoes, because everywhere the water will get collected and their breeding will get increased. So you should take care about that. You should not allow the stagnant waters in your surrounding. Okay, next one, people who have a serious infectious disease like tuberculosis or swine flu are quarantined. Now quarantine means what? We are now familiar with this word. Quarantine means what? We have to be separate from everyone. Okay, we have to stay in our home. We should avoid to go outside from our home. There are separate wards in the hospital for people with infectious disease, okay, which are having the infectious diseases. Clothes and utensils used by the patient are washed with germicide. Germicide means what? Which kills the different germs. Like we have a pesticide. Pesticide means what? Which kills the pest from the crops. Like the germs, germicide means what? Which kills the germs. The spittle of the person who has a tuberculosis is collected in a vessel and covered with a germicide like a phenyl. Okay, spittle means what? It is a one type of the pot. You can see in the image also. In that, if a person is having tuberculosis, then again and again cough comes out. Okay, so that he is given that spittle. In that, the person is doing the splitting. So that vessel should be covered, and it should be covered with the germicide like a phenyl. Phenyl that we are using in our house for daily purpose to clean our floor, that only. Such precautions help to prevent the diseases from spreading to others. Okay, now the next one, to prevent the spread of disease through air, people should cover the mouth, which is very important. Nowadays we are using the mouth with the help of the mask. With the help of that, we can cover our nose and mouth, because what happens, whenever we are doing sneezing, coughing or splitting, then with the help of that water drops, the germs also enters in the air and it causes the disease. So to avoid that, we should cover our mouth with the help of the handkerchief, or we should wear the mask. Okay, if it is necessary to be with such a patient, a mask should be worn to cover the nose and mouth. Next one, if someone is in the family gets an infectious disease, then what we have to do, the government health department should be informed, so that necessary step for preventing the spread of the disease can be taken. So if someone is having any infectious disease, nowadays we are suffering from the disease, that is COVID-19. So if you feel like these symptoms, then we are going to a doctor, and then the doctor is taking care of us. And then in this way, what we can do, we can stop the prevention, or we can stop the spreading of the infectious disease if we'll take care of all these things. Okay, so what we should take care of the water. We should not allow the germs to enter in a water. We should destroy the breeding places of the mosquito. If there is any infectious disease to any person, then that person should take more care. Okay, also we should cover our nose and our mouth while sneezing, coughing, and stop splitting on the public places. Okay, so I want to tell you one thing is that if any germs causing bacteria or the disease causing bacteria enters in our body, then what will happen, our body does not show the symptoms again directly. Suppose today any germs enter in my body, then my body will not start to show the symptoms today itself. It will take little time to show the symptoms. Okay, so the period from when the germs enter in our body and our body started to show the symptoms, it takes little time in between, and that time period is called as what? Incubation period. So what is meant by incubation period? So the period between the entry of virus and the appearance of the symptoms. Okay, so the any germs enter in our body, and then our body slowly started to show the appearance of the symptoms. Symptoms means what? See, if you are having, now see, for the COVID-19 we are telling, if you are having fever, if you are having the cold, if you are having the throat in the pain, if you cannot breathe properly, so all these are what? Symptoms for the COVID-19 disease. So like that, each and every diseases are having certain symptoms. Okay, so the entry of the virus and body showing the appearance of the symptoms, it takes some time. Okay, so the entry and the showing the symptoms, that between period, it is called as what? Incubation period. Okay, this is all about today we have discussed about the spread of the infectious disease through the food, insects, and direct contact. And also we have discussed about the epidemic and pandemic, and also we have discussed about what? Prevention of infectious diseases. Okay, so this is all about today we will stop here. We'll meet in the next video with the next point, and for today, thank you.